story that had a grim preface in the horror of Nazi concentration camps comes to an equally grim end in Israel, as Adolf Eichmann is sentenced for his crimes against humanity. Defense attorney Robert Savatius will automatically appeal, but this is the end for Eichmann, who was seized in Buenos Aires in 1960 and spirited to Israel. The three judges started to study the evidence when the 4-month trial ended in August and found Eichmann guilty on 15 counts of the indictment. In his bulletproof booth, Eichmann sits stoically as the charges are summed up. The unseen witnesses against this former Gestapo colonel are the 6 million Jews he is convicted of slaughtering. The judges then call on the defendant to stand as they pass their sentence. The end of a trail of blood and horror. The end of a man whose name will be written in infamy. The man who escaped the Nuremberg war trials by fleeing to South America receives justice at the hands of the people whom he had aimed to wipe out.
All right, good evening, everyone. We are bringing you tonight a very important OTSL silver matchup as Team Illinois captain Derek Miller takes on Justin Kerr in a Muslim Revolution division matchup. Derek comes into the game at 7-4, pardon me, looking for a very important win. Justin at 9-3. Jeremy Anders joined by Frank Zhang. Frank, how are you doing tonight?
Good. I'm still operating a bit on London time here, so it feels like 2 a.m. So my goal is just to stay awake for the whole duration of the cast here.
Well, I'm rooting for you, Frank, because I don't want to do this by myself. So this is a pretty solid hand here for Derek. Not a ton of ops, but a fantastic headline, maybe the best Soviet headline, honestly. D-stall. Yeah, what do you think about this hand?
Yeah, I'm certainly not complaining about the events. But yeah, another 4-op that didn't have U.S. contingent obligations would have been nice to see as well.
Yeah, honestly, just turn USJ into NTB and it's pretty fun.
Oh, then it's perfect, yeah. Yeah, Vietnam, very obvious there.
Yep.
Just hope it doesn't get defected and probably want to dodge a purge as well.
Yeah, that one's perfectly fine.
All right, so yeah, I think I go 3 Thailand with the 2-op here, which Derek agrees with.
Our efforts are made in the belief that men and nations can cooperate, and that there are no international...
Yeah, I think I like that. We don't have a ton of ops. I mean, Lao could get cooed. If I was really worried about maintaining Dom, I would go 2 Thailand, 1 Lao, but I think this is fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I generally don't like going into Lao that much unless I have Asia scoring in hand because it's such a nice coup target.
Yeah, so we'll see. So the aggressive 4-op play from the US here would be 2 Pakistan, 2 South Korea. We might see that if Justin has Asia scoring in hand, and I didn't even notice he went 4-3-3. I was doing my card tracking. That's interesting. That tells me oh, but Derek went 4-5. So I paid no attention to the setups. I apologize, folks. So that makes perfect sense. Never mind. That tells me nothing about Justin's hand.
Yeah, if Derek had a different 4-op, I could still see, even with this setup, a coup into Italy in like AR3 or something like that, but probably not with no Italy adjacency.
Yep.
Yeah, and the only options 4-ops being China and USJ.
Yeah, this hand could get a touch awkward for Derek. So Norad will take Pakistan. Okay, so he didn't have a 4-op, but he's going to deny Dom that way.
Do you coup Pakistan?
I would coup because what I was going to say about it getting awkward is unless we're holding D-stall, we need to drop DEFCON pretty darn quickly here. So I don't mind a Pakistan.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe it
this
is
fine.
just Fidel and just see what happens.
Also, EEU will make this hand obnoxious if we don't see Comic-Con or Warsaw.
That's also true.
Oh!
Oh, that's nice.
So Matt not here tonight, but here in spirit, clearly.
Probably going to see that get counter-cooed, which might mean an immediate destall with France still open.
Yeah, although we haven't seen Truman. So if you destall into Algeria, I think you got to make a threat somewhere else. Otherwise, Algeria just gets cooed at DEF CON 3.
Fair.
Because we're in Thailand. So I don't know that the DEF CON 3 destall is, well, we'll see what we got here. Okay, well, now I think we got to solidify that position, right?
Yes. Yeah, you'd like to get at least another op into India just in case an IP war comes out, which I suspect is why Derek reached for the 3 op instead of the 1.
Yeah, so the problem is we just got rid of all our destall fuel.
That is the problem.
But then again, I'm not really sure what else.
I mean, with the huge coup, like maybe giving up USJ is fine. Just go pack 2 South Korea and 1 India.
Yeah, that's fair. We do need to. So let's see. So we've got three ARs. We're gonna destall. We presumably want to get DEFCON down to 3 before we do that. So we might do a blockade coup of Panama. Then we're gonna destall, and then we're gonna use containment to get our Middle East presence. So that's what's going on.
Yeah, that seems like a reasonable line of play.
And then I think I just made us hold USJ, which having not seen UN,
Yeah, that is fine.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
we did have it. Nice.
key miss.
Yeah, dice in Pakistan very much in Derek's favor.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the expected value of that exchange was definitely not Derek holding on to Pakistan.
Yep.
But yeah, blockade coup of Panama seems reasonable here with the plan of destalling.
Yeah, it tells your opponent you got destall, but if you get him out of Panama, all he can do is walk to Angola. Or it tells your opponent you have a D card, I suppose, not necessarily destall.
Yep.
Perfect. There's so many places for Derek to destall too, though. Okay. So he just dumps 8.
That's huge.
That's phenomenal. I think I would take one out of.
Definitely Finland.
Yeah, Finland's
Oh,
gone.
that
So
was
Poland.
EU the way already, wasn't it?
Oh, that's interesting. You didn't take out of Poland?
Yeah, I would have taken the 1 out of Poland, but I guess this is fine too.
Yeah, this is fine. I'm sad we're not going to Panama, but I think with all the places I think there's 5 places you wanted to go, and Derek got the 4 of them. So
Yeah, this is fine.
I think I would much rather go to Algeria than Panama. So I think this is right.
Derek might want to use containment to take Iraq and Syria, right? To prevent a poke, which is maybe why he left the op in Syria.
Yeah, I think that's probably because you can assume the opponent's going to take Lebanon here.
Yeah, but it would have to be a 4 op because presumably the opponent wants to take France as well.
Yeah, a lot for our opponent to do, actually.
Yeah. Okay, that won't be a 4 op then. Two France, 1 Lebanon, but okay, just takes France.
Yeah, so now exactly what you said about Lebanon instead of Syria.
Yep.
mean, he might want to spread out of. He's thinking about spreading from his D stall, but I think you were right. Yeah, there you go.
I mean, yeah, taking Iraq, giving Nasser instant domination is pretty valuable as well. If you don't get poked.
This to me doesn't even win the race to Libya unless we end up cooing Egypt or headlining Nasser. And if we're going to headline Nasser, we don't need to put.
Yeah, I don't like Egypt.
Yeah, I think just what you said originally is good. Two countries in the Middle East, Iraq and Lebanon.
Yeah, plugging up Algeria is good too, but obviously Middle East is to be scored, so I think that's my preference.
Yeah, I think this is right.
Okay, and we'll see what the US has here. Definitely would want to get a few more ops into France at least. Wants to take Egypt as well.
Yeah, so I mean, maybe the Middle East. Hearing you list off all those priorities for the US makes me wonder if we had to take both of those Middle Eastern countries, but I think it was still good.
Yeah, I think the Nasser giving domination, if the board doesn't change, is pretty good.
All right. Well, so we're
That's
definitely winning that
not a
race.
card you wanted to play, but
Yeah, so what did...
so he could have spaced that. So is he just bringing France to 4 with the extra op?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's phenomenal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's pretty nice.
that must be what he's doing, Frank. 3 France, 1 UK, but exactly what Derek said. I mean, I would have placed. So what did he play? He had to play Sock Govs, which he UN'd. I think I would have UN Suez over Sock Govs. Okay, I mean the op in Algeria is nice for the US, but I'm not sure that's the biggest priority. Yeah, because now we're gonna hit the Gaul.
Defectors out there though.
I think we're cooing anyway, so I don't mind that much if this gets defected. Because we've got so many coup targets out there. Okay, Marshall's a nice headline for
Okay,
them.
but we have NTB, so
Our
France
policy
is
is
still
directed not against any country
ours.
or doctrine, but against hunger, poverty, desperation, and chaos.
I think
Presumably that's still more valuable than cooing, but probably have an argument for a coup as well.
I think I would coup, especially with the Korean War in hand. Like
Okay.
we're gonna get we can 5-year plan Europe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I hadn't considered the 5-year plan Europe play.
Provide a cure rather than a mere.
This goes away.
Any government that is willing to assist in the task of recovery will find full cooperation.
Guess with decall in hand, like an Angola coup is not as horrific as it could have been. But I like, what if he takes a big swing at Venezuela instead of having our lovely South America 10 VPs? It's just an even region.
Yeah. But France,
big deal. And it's pretty much gone for the game now.
Yes.
Decall is perfectly fine here. Was there any rush on this? Like what? Like I would have liked to have spread in the Middle East a little bit.
Yeah, maybe get into Korea. Although probably not expecting the US to do that. Yeah, spreading in the Middle East, taking domination first. I think I agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, things have been going well for Derek.
Yeah, plenty of access. And nice coup rolls. And poor IP war rolls.
Yeah, and to your point about South Korea, we have to have it by the time we finish playing USJ. Which, I mean, I guess we could just space USJ, but that feels like I'd almost rather just use the ops and get rid of it.
Yeah, it feels like just use USJ and take Korea and trade Japan for South Korea situation to me.
In May 1955,
Okay, that is helpful.
Yeah, that's very nice.
To sign a pact with their superpower neighbor, the Soviet Union.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's like NTB to go one Egypt, two South Korea, one. Like he doesn't seem interested in doing the realigns, but that to me is a risk right now that we have getting realigned out of South America.
Yeah. Could be realigns right here.
I don't know what else he could do with these ops, honestly. And I guess the decalling quickly got him Indonesia, which is reasonable to think he wouldn't have. So that does have good value. Nope.
Let's play.
Yeah, that's all reasonable. Yeah, you just need one there. Good. Good. Oh, look at that. I love that. Yeah, other than Europe, and I suppose Central America, looking very nice.
Yep.
Well, and I guess Middle East isn't immediately being dropped, so we must not have it. Glad to see that not in our hand. I think it's just Libya and South Korea.
Sure.
And Derek thinks so too. I like it. Oh, I'm gonna actually open up the stream. Should have started by now.
Lost Medicaid?
Ever since King Michael of Romania came to the throne in 1927, he's been in the forefront.
Yeah, this I mean, if Asia comes around quickly, this could end up being a steamroller.
Yeah, Asia and then the old turn 4 South America after Eastall.
Yeah.
Well, we've got to at least get to India with this 5-year plan. We can't count on a 50-50 IP war failing twice.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because Derek will be at 7 with the mill ops, and then if Asia comes around, that's another 7, right? So that's 14 already.
And Middle East is coming out.
Yeah, and Middle East will be 3 or 4.
He could get a point from space. He can almost get to 20 next turn.
Afghanistan. Yeah, losing access to Western Middle East with that Suez was quite painful for the US.
Yeah, I think I would have definitely UN'd Suez over Sac Govs.
Yeah.
And Derek will just go ahead and take India, which I think makes good sense.
Yep,
Alright,
and opponent will be sad to see Europe getting dumped there, in addition to the 2D cards that Derek has already invented.
Yep.
More help for Europe.
Yeah,
Not
so
getting controlled anytime soon.
no, because that was when we had no D-stall fuel. That was something I was keeping in the back of my mind, but Europe is quite secure all of a sudden.
Yep.
All right, so if I did this right, the cards in the deck are Truman, Defectors, Formosan, Duck, NATO, Middle East, Olympics, Purge, and Nasser.
Feels about right. So the only Soviet card is Nasser?
Yep. Okay, and Middle East is getting headlined after that play, so that was nice. We did get the 4, at least we did get the DEFCON card.
Yeah, so
All
at
right.
least if Middle East is headlined, you're not getting purged. Asia did come around pretty quickly here.
Oh, it sure did. I was doing the hand and hadn't even gotten there yet. Defectors is in the opponent's hand, so we're not headlining.
Yes, correct.
Cambridge is interesting. I assume our opponent's just headlining Middle East, but in case you get purged,
Yeah, that's great. Fix
is
Middle
really
East and
good.
yeah, cool Mexico. Now you're hoping to get purged.
Yeah. Careful what you wish for, but you kind of thought. So we're going to space Duck, and I think we're going to 5-year plan Truman away. I don't want to hold 5-year plan for Europe. To me, we're going to have a double-digit VP lead. To me, 5-year plan is a borderline liability. I would get rid of it. I would clear the hand. What do you think?
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And judging by the order Derek's doing, I think he does too. Does do Middle East. Okay.
See if he has Europe.
He does not. Yeah, just a 2-op coup of Mexico, like you said. Yeah.
Yep. See if can roll another 6. Not quite as good this time. Right, so not that much to do this turn other than just get South America control, is there?
Yeah, because we're not gonna. Yeah, because we don't have to do anything in the Middle East. There's nothing to be done in Europe. Score Asia, space Duck, and yeah, take that South America control.
Getting some ops into Laos and Vietnam might be good as well to prevent a random brush war from hitting Thailand.
Yep.
Maybe towards the end of the turn, I might consider taking Botswana just to grab a Africa domination as well.
Yeah, are we trying to? How badly are we trying to starve him on the mill ops though? Because I was just trying to come up with weird ways for Blue to get back into. Oh, interesting. So okay, so we know 3 of his cards are Defectors, Nasser, and Olympics. I would just fix. I would fix that. Don't use the China card. No. No, you do not need to overprotect both Koreas.
Right. But it's still like fine.
You just put NATO if you're really worried about it. Put all 4 into North Korea. Or honestly, or just score it. I would seriously consider just scoring this and then move on to filling South America. Because how many ops do we have? We do have enough ops between Formosan and 5-year plan to do it. So what do you think here, Frank? I'm kind of leaning towards fixing North Korea, actually.
Yeah, I would find it hard to believe that I wouldn't fix North Korea.
Yeah, okay, I think this is good.
Russia had swallowed up 8.
Yeah, I mean, even if he has special, I think like you only lost 1 point then, right? Because you needed to take back your battleground, so Asia's another point.
Yeah.
And yeah, just long-term holding the country will be beneficial later on in the game, obviously.
Yeah, although we're hoping we don't get to the point where Asia comes out again, honestly.
The North Atlantic Treaty was signed between France, Belgium, Luxembourg, the Netherlands, the United Kingdom, Norway, Denmark, Italy, Portugal, Iceland, Canada, and the United States. The pact was designed to keep within the letter and
so now let's
of the
just
United Nations Charter.
pick our 7. Very
The
nice.
treaty members realized that real peace
Justin is not a happy camper right now.
And they seek to promote political
The commenting in the chat.
North Atlantic area.
No, our opponent, Justin.
To ensure
Oh,
this,
gotcha.
they are sworn to stand.
He's actually playing a different game right
An
now.
attack against one would be an attack against all.
Pioneer Towel, Justin, I mean.
Yeah, not surprised.
All right, so I think Formosan I think all 5 of these ops can just go into South America. Let's get that real secure.
Let's do it.
Have a VOA proof in both subregions. Yeah, I don't see any reason why not to. We are leaving Thailand hanging for brush, like you said earlier, but I'd rather just secure South America. I feel like our opponent has better places, unless they have Southeast Asia in hand when they brush. Like, they got to brush in South America, don't they?
I think so, yes. So this is the Ola, because Derek will be at 17, right? So we will bury you. Headline could be what ends the game.
There's OPEC could end the game. Like there's we will bury you would be very stylish, but
I feel like I've headlined "We will bury you" to win the game as the Soviets at least like 3 or 4 times.
Yep.
On turn 4, even, yeah.
That's interesting.
Okay, so not VOA proofing South America, but protecting Thailand a bit.
Yeah, I think I prefer Venezuela to Laos, but I get Laos too.
Oh yeah, another thing is Southeast Asia at 17 would be a win as well if you take Laos. So that's 3 points.
It's 2 right now. Oh, NTB. All right. Oh dear.
Oh, yeah, just Philippines. Yeah.
Oh, what did you say,
Oh,
Frank?
hello. Hello, Mr. Khrushchev.
UN is no, he just played UN.
Oh, he just played UN.
Unless he gets VP's in the headline. This is game. All right, I'm gonna be. Let's see here. Derek has special in hand. Well, we can get him. No way is kitchen.
Central scoring.
Central scoring. Would you headline that as the U.S. though? That's certainly a possibility. I mean, I guess a war, IP war.
Yeah.
Camp David Accords would be a kind of mediocre headline, but a valid one. Not headlining a 1VP Alliance for Progress. IP war, I think I said. Brush. I think that's it.
Grain sales pulling Europe.
Great. Oh, very good, Frank. Yeah, grain sales pulling Europe into it. Grain sales pulling special.
Yeah. I suspect if the U.S. had grain sales, we maybe would have seen it.
Yep.
BOA, that's a good card, but not going to do it, is it?
Yeah, that is going to do it for this one. A very, very nice win for Derek Miller. And that's...
Yeah, certainly a lot of things went Derek's way in this game.
Yeah, Derek had some nice luck. I thought he played a nice game too. He's also had a ton of bad luck leading up to this. So Justin was the unfortunate recipient of the universe finally throwing Derek a bone here.
Yeah, we all know that these sort of things happen in this game, though.
Absolutely. Oh, he has blockade and gunman.
Oh,
no China card. Well, if it makes you feel any better, oh, no, it doesn't matter.
Gonna be enough.
Oh, let him roll at least. All right, so that's a very nice win for Derek. That gets him to 8-4 in OTSL Silver. Typically in OTSL, you go 9-5, you make the playoffs. So Derek in solid shape to get to that point and get himself promoted back up to gold. For Frank Zhang, this is Jeremy Anders. Good night, everybody.